It's not just Republicans, although they've been very clear about their frustration. Democrats as well say they have questions for the Biden administration about why the U.S. wasn't better prepared to evacuate thousands of Americans and tens of thousands of Afghan allies before the Taliban took over the country. Republican Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis of New York joins me now. She sits on the House Foreign Affairs Committee. It's one of the panels that we'll certainly be hearing from members of the administration next month. She's been briefed behind closed doors. Congresswoman, thanks so much for taking the time. I want to start with kind of the most recent news, which was the strike that was carried out last night by the U.S. military. What's your response to that strike? What does it tell you about where this administration is going?
Well, I'm glad that the president kept his word and did go after ISIS-K after the horrific attack that lost 13 of our military men and women. It's been such a tragic and sad week for the United States of America, but we can't say that this was unpreventable. I believe there were a lot of horrific decisions that were made one after another that have led to where we are today. And it's extraordinarily unfortunate. And I think that the majority of Americans and the majority of the members of Congress do want our troops to come home. There's no doubt about that. It was the strategy or the lack thereof and the lack of contingency planning that went into this to close our air base in the middle of the night without even letting the commander, Afghan commander know, allowing our weapons to then be used by the Taliban for a full takeover, evacuating our military before our citizens. You know, there's been a lot of questions here that we want answers to as members of Congress, and I think the American people want answers too. And certainly we intend to get them. But right now, our main focus is to ensure that every American is evacuated safely. And we have, 3 days, although, if we need to stay, we should be staying to make sure that every American is evacuated and repatriated here in the United States of America.
So that's actually something I wanted to dig into. You helped a family from your district actually get out of Afghanistan. Look, this has been an extraordinarily complicated process and one of which no one thinks has been easy. Multiple members of Congress, outside groups have been playing a role. You obviously played a very specific role here. What is your level of confidence that the administration's pledge of just a couple of days ago that every American who wants to leave will be able to leave will end up true when this all ends in the next couple of days?
Well, I think it's up to Congress to ensure that he keeps his word. I just don't believe that it can happen with the timeline that has been put forward by the president. In our case, it was during the beginning where we worked closely with the State Department to evacuate this family, a mother and 3 young children, 7, 3, and the smallest one, just 1-year-old. They've just been repatriated with their family in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm very happy about that. And we've been able to support the evacuation of 2 other citizens and also those who graduated, who graduated from West Point. The issue is we still have 3 other families who are relatives who are Afghan citizens, but they worked closely with U.S. aid. They worked with U.S. aid as well as those who worked with the military. And those people, we gave a promise to that we would not abandon them. And I think that is a concern that you see so many military men and women talk about, and you see veterans volunteering to go to Afghanistan to take a dangerous mission on their own to try to evacuate the interpreters and the partners that they've worked alongside because they've developed such a strong bond with them over the many years working with them. And so, it's not just the American citizens that many of our military want evacuated. They also want to ensure that our Afghan partners who work so closely with them are also brought anywhere but Afghanistan, so they're not killed by the Taliban.
Yeah, no, there's no question about that. There's very real concern. I want to ask, you talked about all the questions that you have and some of the very real concerns you have about what's transpired. You tweeted on Wednesday night, at a time of such chaos and more Americans to evacuate, the President of the United States is already pulling troops off the ground when they're saying they need more support. This came before Thursday's attack, but the Pentagon has reiterated they'll complete that mission by August 31st. Look, this is what's happening. Do you believe troops should be there for a longer period of time? Is it just extend the deadline for a short period of time until everybody's out? Do you believe there needs to be a permanent presence? What's kind of your position here?
Well, at a minimum, they must stay there till every American is evacuated, and we should. Afghan partners are extraordinarily important, particularly to the veterans who have served. we should do what we can to protect them as well. Look, perhaps there should be a very skeleton military presence for counterterrorism. That's something that we need to have discussions with our intelligence and military advisors. I don't think that the president has listened to his advisors, and I think that's part of the problem here, and that's what we're going to be drilling down as members of the Foreign Affairs Committee and just as members of Congress. But at minimum, we need to stay there until every American is evacuated. And I think if you speak with the men and women who are on the ground, that's what they want to do, and they need the commander-in-chief to allow them to do that.
Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis, thanks so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Coming up, 58 years after Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech,